Right, game number 4 here. Wynyard taking on Glenorchy. Ron Riggs, Glenn Fairfield with you in commentary by our West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. And Glenn, this should be a good one.
It should be, actually. It's going to fit, you know, it's... Ooh. An early call. So the big fella obviously moved his feet. He's still not happy about it. Oh.
So Jack Woolcock giving the explanation. Hayden New and Jack Woolcock on the go for this one.
Michael Carina still wasn't sure about it, but...
There's Nick Barker decides to go from mid-range. Cooper Hills with the rebound. Stanwicks. So all the Glenorchy players we know pretty well, Glenn, because we do cover them locally here. There's Phoenix Roby, gets the 2.
Nice drive there from Roby against...
Oh. Meanwhile, so this is Dalton Wilson. So Dalton Wilson. Now Wilson with it. Now Lockie Maynard, here's Karima.
Carina is a big unit.
He certainly is. Of course, a development player with the South East Melbourne Phoenix, Glen. Of course, your good friend Simon Mitchell, the head coach of that team. And then good play here as Cooper Hills gets the 2. And of course, Cooper Hills was named best and fairest for Glenorchy's development team in the TSL competition in the footy.
A lot of contact there. The Westbury. Luckily, Wynyard come back out with it though. But yeah, so he's a good all-round. I think there's a few players that are playing local basketball down in Hobart that are quite good at football and basketball. Same as with the Northwest as well.
Yeah.
So certainly playing basketball helps become a better footballer, and I think it makes
Stanwicks in the Smith, the nice old 1-2 punch there, Glenn.
And it makes basketball balls become a bit tougher as well and harder. So but yeah, nice start from
an early timeout here too by Wynyard. Coach Michael Rowlands has called a timeout. Glenorchy up 6-zip.
Yeah, and they've got a pretty young side, Wynyard. Like, you know, they don't have the players probably that they've had in the last few decades that are now playing.
Yes.
And then the Armstrong boys are both over in America playing with CBA, Cal Baptist. What is it? The Armstrong boys play with? Is it CBA? Is
it's Cal Baptist.
Yeah.
Of course, I noticed that Mark Radford was actually FaceTiming Trey in the previous game.
Oh, okay.
Just earlier. So Trey was just keeping in touch with Mark Radford, of course, former coach of his, and of course now Mark, of course, assistant coach here with the Jack Jumpers, along with I think that's one of his fellow coaches there, Jacob Chance, who's come from Perth.
And Will Magnay.
Will Magnay in the pink hoodie there.
Hopefully will get himself back in the Australian squad. He's got a lot of potential.
Oh, my word, he has.
Back in the NBA.
Yes, he did have a brief stint with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Pretty awesome to see. So,
yes.
And he's a workhorse. So I think, not sure if injury was a thing that sort of slowed him down last year.
Yeah, injury did slow him down a little bit, Glenn. So he's just still rehabbing and coming back. He did have a bit of a workout this morning when we were here early, Glenn. So
can play.
He certainly can.
One of the best in Australia.
And Jack Stanwicks gets that put back in off the Liam Smith missed layup.
This Hobart team, this Glenorchy Glenorchy Spartans team, has been playing together for some time now. So
yes,
it's going to be. I guess for Wynyard, it's a matter of just taking out of this tournament what they can and getting used to playing with each other as a new team. As Roby picks up an offensive rebound.
Yes, and now Barker in turn to Smith. So Smith putting it to the floor. We've got Barker to beat, but Kareem was there Creamer.
Defense. Carina.
Right, we'll get that right. Otherwise, maybe we'll have Simon Mitchell on the phone to me if we're not careful, Glenn. So we'll make sure we get it right. Meanwhile, now on cue, Carina down low as
nice pass
inside to Wilson. Gets the 2 to go. Thank you very much there, Pete. I much appreciated. Finally get some catering around here, Glenn, and it's paid off. We'll eat that during the break or in the next break. Roby
Nice.
now into Smith and another 2 there. And it's a 10-2 start. There's the ball just quickly come back.
And I think Phoenix Roby's been involved, if he hasn't scored, in probably 4 of the 5 baskets that Glenorchy Spartans have had. So it's a good start from Phoenix Roby, who had a pretty good year this year in the local, and obviously was a Chargers member as well, and he may have played state earlier in the year as well. So he's got a big future ahead of him.
He certainly does. That is for sure. Maynard here. Shot clock at 2. When you need to get this off quick and don't. So good defensive sequence by the Spartans. And substitutions being made. Jordan Stanwick's coming in for Liam Smith. Kai Savage, who just played in the previous game, is coming off for Webskin. And Mitchell Rowlands coming in for Dalton Wilson. So, a few familiar names out here, Glenn, that is for sure. Meanwhile, down low, Jordan Stanwick's into it early, short-armed it. Now, Jordan hasn't played all year too, by the way. So this is his first hit out, so he might show a bit of rust, I think.
Yeah, but a very skilled player, so I'm not sure it'll take him too long to knock the cobwebs out of himself.
As Kai Savage continues to shoot that one. Can't get it to go. Karina tried to save it, now Roby with it. Now Stanwick's into heels, and that's a pretty play there by the Spartans.
And Glenorchy do run a really good fast break. You know, they're running gunners. They're definitely one of the toughest offensive units in the state, teams-wise, and they certainly will rack up the points if you're not careful.
That's right.
As I said, it's already 12 points to 2 at the moment. So
Maynard. Savage in turn to Karina, down low, looking for, just let me know, number 10 there, Glenn, just remind me who that is for Wynyard?
Mitchell Wiley.
Mitchell Wiley, yes. Of course, he has played with Wynyard for the last couple of seasons now as well too.
Boards there from Rowlands as well. He's a player that has shown a lot of potential over his junior career as well. So.
He certainly has, yes. Wiley kicks out, Maynard from deep. And can't get the go off glass. The bank not open on this one. Meanwhile, Jordan Stanwick certainly showing some rust, Glenn, because as I said, this is his first game this year.
Surprised he come in so early, the young kid. I think he would have been happy to sit on the
I wonder what Bull's thinking on the bench. That's what I'm trying to work out.
I think he just wants to get the cobwebs out early, and
he just gives us a look.
I don't think he's had a shot, so but it's
good
to see him out there. And
this is the 2. Go on, Glenn. Foul being called on the play.
They're bringing Boyd Heather in now.
Bordeaux. Yep, he's coming in for Nick Barker.
But there's a lot of youth and experience for Glenorchy Spartans now. And as we say, some of the young fellas are really playing a really big role, in the Glenorchy Spartans club, especially this young man with the ball now.
Yes.
Phoenix Roby, really, that was a tough play there. But he's come on really good and has slotted right in really well with Jack Stanwick and Liam Smith and Connor Smith in the backcourt.
As Wiley makes the 2. So Stanwick's down the floor here. Now to Roby. So Roby in turn to Jack Stanwick's for 3. Just short on that. Savage now to Maynard. Maynard over Roby. Can't get it to go. Crown got involved there as well too. Now Roby with it. As Roby looks for Stanwick's and just probably a bit too much on that pass.
The idea was right, but
yeah.
It's just the pass was too low.
Tough one for Stanwick's to catch there, Glenn.
It was indeed. So I think Roby knew once he'd let it go that it was going to be pretty hard for Stanwick's to pick up.
So the ball with Rowlands now back to Savage here.
Oh,
and offensive foul's been called.
It's right in front of the referee. I just saw the reaction. I didn't see what happened, but I saw
I think it was a pretty clear shove.
It looked like a pretty obvious foul from what I'd seen.
Yeah. So 3:43 remaining in this first quarter. Coming to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre here in Kingston, round 1 of the State League. for 2021 is Boyd Heather from the corner is good.
And Boyd Heather, like, you know, it's good to see Boydo still playing and hitting big shots, and he's been known to hit those big shots for many years, and if you don't have a hand on him, he'll certainly knock them down.
Wilson, now
Nice
Creamer, or Creamer.
Really good ball.
Get the two to go. Quickly up the floor here, Glenn, and ball last touch by Maynard. But yeah, good touch down there as far as just the inside play was concerned.
Yeah, I'd sort of be going to Karina as much as I could at this stage, because Glenorchy really, like, Boyd Heather's he's a big man, but he's not a centre as such. He's a shooter and probably a 3 or 4 man, I guess. So, like, you know, he's got some weight to use, although that's the usual Boyd Heather foul. He just grabs their arms. If they're getting past, he just grabs.
Just knows when he gets beat and then bang.
Make him in at the line, so. But, you know, Heather's come out, Boyd Heather's come out and hit 2 shots straight away, so one that never complains about any calls, because normally he grabs them and puts his hand up straight away. Has a bit of a smile with the refs, as he just did them with Jack Wilcox, and thinks, yes, sir, I'm guilty.
Just knows, doesn't he? It's good. It's good. Meanwhile, all getting moved around some sets of hands here. Liam Smith back into the game. Now Bordeaux with it.
And he's made Karina come out and defend him now, so that's going to open things up inside a bit more for Spartans. As Smith's got a nice pass inside from Jordan Stanwicks. And
on cue there, Glenn, made it all happen.
Yeah, so that, you know, makes a difference. You know, if you hit a couple of outside shots, the defence has to adjust, and then it makes it easier and, you know, a lot easier for your teammates.
So Savage down low into Wilson. Wilson needs to kick this one out. Shot clock, it's inverted now, so that will be a backcourt violation. Substitutions. It's young Webskin coming in.
Yeah, Fletcher Weskin. I think this is his 2nd season with Wynyard.
Yeah, he played last season, Glenn, yes.
He did some good things in the statewide league down here last year, actually. His dad I used to play against when I was young. He played for Burnie, and he watched before he moved away, and young Fletcher had a couple of really good games, and that was his first time with.
Massive hit behind play there, Glenn, but we'll move on.
But it was a good screen, though. It was an honest screen, so, and I really like the fact that Karina actually went and picked him up after he dropped young, who is it, McCarthy?
Yeah, McCarthy down there, yep.
It's probably the first time McCarthy's ran into a screen of that size in the past, so I don't think he's played against fellas that
are
built,
I was going to say,
as big and as strong as Michael Karina.
Yes, Lockie Maynard knocks down the first.
In the state teams last year, Last year,
Glenn. There's Karina. Goes up with a tough fadeaway shot. Can't get that to go. Now Smith with it. Smith slows this one down. Bordeaux now in turn to Stanwicks. Now Stanwicks. Don't think Bordeaux is ready, but able to recover. Now Crennan. Good use of the body, puts it up, can't get that 2 to go. And now Savage as we quickly come back down the floor here. And in good hands by Smith. We'll see when you get it back.
Then we've got Ruben Colson in for Jordan Stanwicks. So
yes.
I think Jordan would be happy he got through that first 5 or 6 minutes of his comeback. And we'll see some good things from Jordan
absolutely.
Stanwicks as the statewide league comes on. He's been a class player down in Hobart. Injuries slowed his a very promising potential career that he had in seniors, but nevertheless in local stuff he was one of the he's a fantastic guard, and he might not be able to score as much as what his brother does, but his role, the way he can pass, and I still always say he's got one of the best floaters that I've seen down in Tassie, and I think a lot of youngsters in the Hobart area certainly watched him with his floaters and developed their own floater from watching him play. I'm sorry to go on a bit about that one, but
You're right.
I know what I was trying to say. It just didn't come out right.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Meanwhile, Savage into Westcombe and knocks down the 3.
Nice shot. Good teamwork there. And Kai Savage just continued on from where he left off in that first game. He had a good game for the Tassie High development.
Yeah, he scored in.
And he's
Smith with a double pump fake. Rollins with the rebound. Now Savage once again here. Now Maynard. So Maynard here to Rollins. Rollins puts it to the floor. Now pulls up from the free throw. As Crennan went down. McCarthy with some moves. Now Crennan off once again. Needs to kick this one out. Goes to McCarthy. Puts the shot up, and that rails home there for Lockie McCarthy.
Nice shot there. Nice shot. It was sort of lucky it went in because there weren't any. There was no rebounders there, but there's only.
As Maynard puts up the 3, and quarter time sees Glenorchy up by 8. 20 plays 12. Glen.
Yeah, and like Glenorchy were managed to run all 10 plays in that quarter, as Wynyard have. I think they've got 7 players, so Glenorchy have got more fresh legs, and it's good to see some of their starters that don't usually get much of a break have the opportunity to go and sit on the bench and allow some of the other players to get some valuable minutes. So Boyd Heather come in and had an impact. Jordan Stowix is he's got the cobwebs out now, so he'll be ready to go. And I think Phoenix Roby started off well. And, just with their rotations, I think Glenorchy is such a good team, and, they really want to, there's a new crew of young players that are coming in now to develop, so it's good that Brendan Samms has given these kids youngsters an opportunity, in such a prestigious, competition as the statewide league. And with Wynyard, there's a lot of new faces this year. The McGaffins aren't there this year. So, there's players that have been there for 20 odd years that are, they're probably going to play NWBU next year. I'm not sure, but they're normally here, and we had the Armstrongs for years and years and years. So this is the next crew of Wynyard players coming through, and it's going to take them a while to gel. And under Michael Rowlands as coach, who was a very good player back in his day and a tough player, I think they'll do well. So he's just going to get things in place. I'm not sure how much I've trained together in recent times, whether the players that have come together, I'm not sure how. Whether obviously Karina only played with them this year, so I'm not sure offensively whether under Rowlands what they've done before, or is this the first time they've come together as one. So, but they've got a lot of experience. They've got some good juniors as well. At this stage, they're just against a pretty well drilled Glenorchy Spartans team that just come off winning the Hobart Southern Basketball League Premiership. So
yes,
sort of the best in the south.
So play starts here in the second quarter. We had a 2 down, 1 in through Nick Barker. Now
nice.
Rowland's trying to get another 2 down this end. Foul on the play here.
There's a foul on Barker.
So contact on the arm by the looks of it, Glenn.
That was a nice play from Rowlands there.
So he knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. No score. No, he walked. Walked over the line. Yep, so. Yep, no. Only the shooter can cancel his own basket. So let's correct call.
And it's players at this level shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
There's an easy point there that he missed out on,
and was that a quick shot clock?
It was very quick. That wasn't right.
Babs is saying that she wasn't able to reset in time. So we'll reset to 14 and go again.
Babs has put a hand up.
Yep, Babs is, well,
I've made a mistake.
Yep, she's made a mistake. So
doesn't happen very often for Babs Robinson.
That's right.
She's certainly gone a long way. We talk about for people that are involved in basketball that aren't on court.
Yes.
And Babs Robinson's done, she's done an amazing job over many years.
Absolutely.
As a referee's coach and also as a bench official at, national standard at least. But anyway, we can blame the quality of the equipment today. So Babs shouldn't have put your hand up, mate. No one else did in the other games.
Meanwhile, as we keep going along here, ball now with Smith, intern Barker. Make that McCarthy as well too. Now into Carlson. So good passing by Glenorchy as McCarthy with the corner three. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Webskin. As he comes up the floor here. Kicks this one out to Wiley.
And Westcombe was in, I think, in the Tassie team that...
Maynard knocks down the three.
I think Westcombe was in the Tassie team that come third a couple of years back in the under-20, or last year, early last year I think it was.
Yeah,
So-
one year or the other, Glenn,
It
yes.
was last year, the year before. It was
Yes,
COVID on
McCarthy gets the two.
bit lost. McCarthy's another up-and-comer for
Yes.
Glenorchy Spartans who's improved over the last couple of years and a good little scorer and does well on the domestic level. I know in last year's state league he did some really good things.
He did. So Smith for three.
Looks
yes.
good. Another player that just, he just goes with the flow and just does what he needs to do, Liam Smith.
Yes. And hoping that he can kind of get back into that Charger squad as well too. And
He's definitely got the talent. It's just he's probably one of the best offensive players, down here for sure. And if he wants to, he can light it up at the offensive end
oh
as
my
well.
word, he can.
However, he's a real team player as well. So sometimes he could shoot a lot more than what he does, but he doesn't sort of focus on himself as much as what some others do, I guess.
Yeah.
If that's the way to.
As Rollins throws up the shot and Barker.
Barker's got him twice now,
Yeah.
so Rollins is getting him in the air and utilising his quicks against Barker's strength. Yeah, and I think too, Glenorchy Spartans have also got Connor Smith. I'm not sure why he's not playing today, maybe because they've got the 10 players today, but he's another one that Glenorchy are just strong in their guard department. Jack Stamix is, he's one of the best guards in the state, as people know, and can light it up from anywhere. But I just think the unselfishness of the Glenorchy team is part of the reason as to why they're so successful. And that goes for Penguin as well. It doesn't matter who scores. They all play their role. There's a couple of players that you get your Liam Smith that'll get his 20 a game, or Jack Stamix might get 25. But it's also, although they are great offensive players, their teammates certainly set good screens for them, and they play as a team. And as I say, it doesn't matter who scores. So.
Sorry, Glenn. I'm just trying to get down some lunch here as well too. Again, thanks to Pete Roby for supplying us a little bit of lunch here. So, meanwhile, play continues as Carlson works his way through, puts her up,
On the head.
and
Points.
found a way to score that one. He'll go to the line for one.
It's on number 12, who is Dalton Wilson.
Yes.
So good play there from Carlson. It's up to a 15-point lead now, 31-16 early on, as Michael Carina comes back into the Wynyard lineup.
And Carlson can't get that to go. So margin out to 15 here. 31-16 is our scoreline. Just on 6 minutes remaining in this second quarter. And Savage finds an opening. Goes for it. Good drive by the youngster.
It was a nice finish, wasn't it?
Just found that just found that first step on the corner and away he went, Glenn.
Yeah, he's a good finisher, isn't he? He looks pretty tired. I'm not sure if he's tired or just taking a few deep breaths in there.
I think a few deep breaths. He will probably get tired towards the latter part of the day, Glenn. These youngsters can really go these days. They really can. And so Savage getting that screen from Karina. Oh, excuse me, gets the shot to go. Sorry about that.
Good work. And as we saw in that last game with the Tassie High Performance Squad,
yes,
he can definitely score when he needs to, if he wants to. There's beautiful play inside there. Nice pass inside the stomachs for an easy finish. So
Savage decides to pull the trigger, and 2 pieces of the rim about success. Smith just gets into a spot of bobber. Now Carlson to help him out here. Kicks it out. Stanwick slows this one down. Gets it back from Barker, and Stanwick can't knock it down. So Rowlands. Now Savage once again. Now Karina.
He's
down
a
low.
big unit. That's
he
well
is.
played.
Nice play there by Michael Karina. And now Cooper Hill's off and running. And, ooh, I thought
someone grabbed on the net.
I thought maybe Kai Savage might have held on to the net there. Interesting to
Someone
see they
did.
let
It's
that
quite low down.
Yeah,
Look how low it is. Like No, I wouldn't be able to touch it.
Thank you, Glenn.
Not these days.
No.
But anyway, it's
Maynard goes for 3.
and I think the refereeing, what I've seen so far has been fantastic. Like, so far in this game it's been really good, and the previous game was, really just letting the players play. So good work to the officials thus far. As
Cooper Hills gets a nice move on Karina, rejected by Maynard. And then Maynard sticks Wibbick, and Karina gets the last laugh.
Cooper Hills just thought the ball was there, and then a 7-footer just comes in front of him.
Semantics happening below us. Meanwhile, Kai Savage puts up the 3, but that's going to be waved off. And it's a illegal screen assessed on Michael Karina. Karina asking Jack Woolcock the explanation. And timeout's being called. And Karina's still trying to make his case, but...
Really hard too. You look at the screens that happen in the NBL these days. Gosh, there's so many illegal. Well, in my eyes, like the referees don't they just let them go because there's so many of them. So when you come into local and you do that sort of aggressive screens, there's a chance you're going to get pulled up for it. Whereas if in NBL they just sort of let it run, whether it's entertainment purposes as well, but the screens they don't give them that half a foot to even get around. They just go and knock them, and so it's a different sort. He's got to adjust to that, Karina, if that's what he's getting pulled up for. And understand that local, like if you've got to set your screens a bit more solid than what you probably can in different leagues. But I think when you're doing well to stick with it, it's 11 points at this stage, so it hasn't blown out, which is good to see. He's still not sure about that call, but he's asking. He's got to. It's good that he can talk to the referee, and then he'll be able to make the adjustments rather than get crabby and get on the offside. Get the referee offside. So that's a good communication. Good discussion between player and referee in that instance.
It is, as Liam Smith puts up the 3, Karina with the rebound. And probably one of the toughest things sometimes is when you're coming to another state, you've got to try to adjust to the officiating.
Absolutely.
And how it's officiated down here, because we have noticed over many years, Glenn, the officiating is slightly different in each state.
It is. And that's true. A nice play there from Cooper Hills.
Into Roby.
Into Roby. So it's good teamwork. Hills could have got the 2 points, but, you know, he played the safety play and Roby was able to, as there's a hold. Ooh.
No, travel. Called on Michael Rowlands. Oh, Mitchell Rowlands, sorry, not Michael Rowlands. He's on the bench. He'll dispute that call.
I thought Cooper Hills had hold of his arm, but maybe I didn't see his feet.
So, Bordeaux into Smith. Now Stanwicks puts it to the floor. Kick out to Roby. So Roby now to Stanwicks here at the corner. Can't get that to go. Shots there. Glenn,
Yeah, and it's a shot that he makes, so that's one that Jack Stanwicks has got to take, because usually, especially when he's got his eye, which is a lot of the time, he hits those big shots.
Bordeaux can't get that one to go. Maynard with the rebound. Now Savage up the floor here. Now Karina. And they try to go through Boyd Heber, but lost their handle. Again, come back to your previous point
Roby
about
for the dunk.
Goal close. Got the layup in the end. So
better to be safe than sorry.
That's right. Now we've seen one clanger today already. So as Kai Savage brought up his heels.
That was good. That was a good play.
Now Maynard. Can't get it to go. Rowlands here.
Whoa.
Goes for three himself. Can't get that. Maynard, Roby, fight for Roby. Got the better of that one. Now Stanwicks down the floor here as we get under 2 minutes. Roby goes up. Oh, sorry. Stanwicks goes up, not Roby. Stanwicks.
How much is he paying you, Pete Roby? You bought him lunch and now he's talking about your son and he's a different person.
I got the name muddled. I went Roby instead of Stanwicks.
Roby's just going up for a dunk. Oh, his dad got me lunch. Oh, no, it's not at Stanwicks.
No, Stanwicks. Meanwhile, Jack Stanwicks at the line for two. Misses the first. Oh, it's a long day. This is my fourth game. Come on, you got to cut me some slack. There's 4 out of 6 as Stanwicks knocks down the second. Under 100 seconds to play here, term number 2. There's Webskin. Oh, good throw. A bit of throwing of the arms there, but meanwhile, Jordan Stanwicks back out on the floor here now and has got the ball on cue. Here's Roby this time. Can't get that to go. And a foul. It's going to be on Roby first before Rowlands tried something there. So substitution. Wiley coming in. Both teams had 3 team fouls. So play restarts here. 16 points it is. 38-22 is our scoreline. It's Maynard looking for Rowlands. Karina at the top here. Out to Wiley, who's open for 3. And unfortunately missed everything. And Stanwicks in the Bordeaux. So Bordeaux, nice pass into Jordan Stanwicks, but Jordan able not to reel that one in. So Maynard getting trapped here by both the Stanwicks brothers, and now Jack's got it here. Now Roby goes for the 2. Missed the first, missed the second. Third time lucky. Well, third time's the charm, as they say, Glenn.
Yeah, gets a foul.
He gets a foul and goes to the line for 1.
That's good defensive pressure from Glenorchy Spartans. 2 Stanwicks boys just did enough to make the Wynyard player lose the ball, and it was a good finish there from Roby.
And can't convert the 3-point play. So ball now with Wiley into Karina. Karina, oh, nice move. There you go. Got the 2 there.
I think they should go inside to him as much as they can at this stage, especially as certainly developing as a team. As Stanwicks misses.
Now foul on the play here.
I'm not sure who's that's on. Was that on Wynyard?
Yep, it's going to be on Rowlands.
And that's the fifth
team.
Foul.
So that will send Phoenix Roby at the line for 2 free throws. So Roby knocks down the first.
And Roby's normally a pretty reliable 3-throw shooter until I say such a thing. Oh, that's it. Oh, he's
violation on the shooter. Okay.
His feet have... Oh.
Feet on the line.
That's the second time he's called one of them today.
Oh,
so
yeah. Rare to see, but it's technically correct. Like, there's no disputing the rule, but it's rare that we see it called.
It's just Phoenix Roby just looked down and then looked back at the ref, so he wasn't... I don't know if his feet have moved or what, but...
I'm not sure. Boydo this time makes up for the 2.
But if his feet are on the line, they're on the line, so it's just...
yeah.
As we say, it's a turnover. It's a turnover.
And good work there by Jordan Sterwicks, who just run out of real estate.
And I don't know how he's out then. He wasn't out.
Unless his foot was on the blue line when he jumped, Glenn.
He should have called it when he first touched the ball.
There we go. So final Rollins for the Hail Mary. That won't count. Half-time sees a 19-point lead to Glenorchy Spartans, 43-24. Okay, they're going to go for 5 minutes. So that means we can take a quick break here, Glenn. So we'll come back with the second half right after this. Second half just about to get underway here. Glenorchy up by 19, 24-43 as Pete Roby needs to tell something to Glenn Fairfield, who will join us momentarily. Meanwhile, Karina down low and offensive fouls being called. And that'll be on Mike Karina, just using those big arms. And I think the facial expression on Karina says it all. So, again, they went inside, but unfortunately dealt with a low. So Stanwicks goes up, rejected by Karina. That's one way of making up for that charge call.
He is a big unit, and he does. I think if Wynyard go to him as he gets used to playing with them,
that's right.
You know, they could do pretty well because he's solid.
He's very solid, yeah.
But
as Stanwicks get from deep,
does what he does best. A beautiful screen from Boyd Heather there. Stanwicks almost gets a steal again.
So the ball now with Wiley. Down low in the Rollins. Rollins here with Stanwicks. Now Boydo comes in. And turnover by Wynyard.
I think he was going inside to Karina, however, the ball just slipped out of his hands, so he was a bit annoyed with himself there. However, hopefully he'll be able to redeem himself next play down the court.
So Stanwicks.
Have we got a back door? No.
Looking for his brother there, but couldn't go to him. Now he does for 3. And in and out on that one. And Wiley with it. He gets trapped at halfway. And then foot violation being called. So Jack saying it was on the second one. So the first one's okay, but then the second one on the continuation there, Glenn. So I'm not sure what to make of that one. But
it just has to be determined whether it was on purpose or not.
Yeah. You could split hairs on that one, I reckon. But Stanwicks just comes in and strips it from Karina. And then Karina working low. And then bullet past to Maynard. That's from near Launceston itself. And then Wiley.
Good work there from Roby defensively.
Yes.
Jordan Stanwicks has now got it.
Yep, tries to split through a couple. Does. Yeah, still got it.
No one's moving either.
No, very stagnant at the moment. Stanwicks was short on the 3, and then, geez, both the big boys went up, and then the shoes came down, and that's going to be on Boydo.
Yep, fair call.
Yep. But you could hear a mighty thump when both of them come down at the same time, Glenn. Oh, goodness. And then Karina maybe he's adjusting the ring.
I think he's just straightening the backboard.
Yes. And it worked to his favour because he got the 2 to go in the end on the tip-in.
Meanwhile, got to go
Roby with the spin move over Wiley. Can't get that to go either. Gets his own rebound. Maynard had a hand in on that. Stanwicks at the corner here for 3. Yes.
Nice shot. Stanwicks started to hit his straps now in the second half. He didn't have too many shots in the first half, and I think no one's really got into second gear yet, have they?
No,
I guess the last game was a bit more intense, having the young, the high performance, where they're so energetic and the Burnie team, who have a lot of young kids as well.
Boydo from deep. Can I get that to go?
To this one where Stanwick steals the ball there and it's got another.
Stanwick's,
That's an air ball.
that's just skim the rim there. And then Boydo with his own board.
But yeah, that doesn't seem to have the intensity in this game as what, past games of today have had. But, it's just, I'm sure.
And Karina goes up. And another offensive foul's been called.
I don't understand that if he's in the middle. I don't understand that if he's in that little blue circle. How's that a charge?
Unless he's outside of that, which
I don't believe.
Which you could say is behind that blue line there, Glenn, if you can pick up where I'm pointing to there.
Yeah, but that's just where the back of the backboard is.
I see your frustration.
Oh no, I think it's him. I think the player just, he's probably used to that rule, and although he's such a big unit that he's gonna knock most people over, but he just thought that it was within that safe cylinder. But referees are closer, as we say. So I'm not saying it wasn't. There was definitely contact there.
Oh yeah. It's the second time in this quarter that Karina's done that. So, and a foul on Maynard as Barker hits the shot. He'll go to the line for one.
Nice shot from Barker. And he does have a nice, shot from the 45, Barker. He's big enough to. He doesn't worry about the defence as well. So that was really good, a really good finish. And Maynard knew he got him. It wasn't, I think he wanted to get him a bit harder to try and put his shot off, but he didn't, and he knew he'd fouled, and Barker finished. But up to, what is it now? Pretty commanding lead.
Yeah, so 20.
27.
Yeah. 53-26 our scoreline here. So Maynard to restart.
And you can tell by the crowd, like there's a lot of the people. Just last game was packed, and
it was. It's filtered out a bit.
There's a lot of people on Facebook now instead of watching the game.
Yes, of course we're not live stream, unfortunately, Glenn, so we can't get viewers to tune in. You have to watch it back on replay, folks. We do appreciate all the views that we get by the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. That's all good.
Oh,
and now. Roby's got
to go strong inside.
Nice good pass in the hills.
Great
nice
vision
play.
there.
Yeah, and good patience as well too there. Didn't panic, just waited for his player to cut and was able to make it happen.
And he does have a very smart IQ. Phoenix Roby. Oh, I don't know.
Maynard kicks that one out to Webskin. Now down low to Wilson. Now Webskin for three. Yes. So Stanwick's quickly up the floor here to Hills. Back to Stanwick's. Will come to your point. McCarthy able to reel that one back in. Now Hills in the Barker on the elbow. Can't get that to go. Stanwick's no. And then Maynard able to go for it here, Glenn. So Maynard. And then the turnover there, so now McCarthy has it. And a foul on the play here. That's going to be assessed on McCarthy.
It'd be good to see Maynard be a bit more aggressive, like have a few more shots. I know that when he was in the state crew last year that he did some really good things. He is a good overall player. Here he's not he doesn't sort of look to shoot first. He's always a passer, but I've seen him hit some really nice shots in the past. So same as Wescombe. It's nice to see Fletcher Wescombe have a few shots. He's a pretty consistent scorer.
So Hills with it. Hills looking to explore. Now gives up to McCarthy for three. Yes.
Nice shot.
And Glenorchy just applying a little bit of pressure up the floor here.
We're sort of talking about a while back how Glenorchy are such a strong club. They won the Div 2 men and
Div 1
men in the Southern Basketball League this year.
Yes.
I think they've won the under-18 last year as well, the year before, or last year it was. So they've got a strong
Wiley
bunch of
knocks down the two.
juniors that are coming through, and I think they come maybe second to.
Grandiers made a final in the senior men's competition,
I
Glenn.
was just thinking statewide last year.
That was Penguin. As
Penguin,
Liam
yeah.
Smith knocks down the three.
Yeah, so I think it's Penguin and obviously Glenorchy be the two teams to
They'll
beat.
be right up there once again, Glenn. That is for sure. There's Wiley, looks for back-to-back baskets, can't get it to go. And then the foul's going to be on Wilson. Wilson complaining he was held by the shirt.
And it's just a matter of, we look at, it's a matter of if Glenorchy can beat Penguin. It's just, the scorers, Penguin are big as well as, they've got shooters, but whereas Glenorchy they're pretty, their guards are so dominant.
McCarthy for another three,
They
no.
don't sort of play too much inside game. So it's going to be interesting when those two teams battle against each other.
So Smith puts it to the floor, goes exploring, and drew a foul there. We'll go to the line for two.
It's on Karina. So he's he's not happy. I don't know what Jack's...
No. It's been an interesting dynamic, that's for sure. Karina staying his case.
He's just got a ref and just call it. Don't worry about even talking to the player.
Sometimes, yes.
Because that's what I mean. The player's frustrated clearly. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what a referee's going to say. It's not going to make the player happy
No.
in that instance.
And travel was called there. Lewis Crennan coming to check back in. Cooper Hill's going to have a rest.
And I hope my message come across right then, but he's obviously been frustrated a few times. So
I think sometimes the best part is trying to, move. You've got to move forward and try not to get stuck in it.
Yeah.
I think,
because it does affect your game.
It does.
It affects the game, and we want him on the court and to do the good things that he's done that we've seen him do thus far.
as Karina works his way through and drew a foul, and he'll go to the line for two.
Fouls on
Liam Smith on that one. Yeah, just made
There's
some
a few
contact
hands,
around.
there's a
There
few
were a few
hands.
hands there,
I
Glenn.
don't
Yes.
know which one was going to get the foul, but
He misses the first. Of course, as we mentioned, Karina was a development player with South East Melbourne Phoenix under head coach Simon Mitchell. So he knocks down the second. Of course, he played his basketball up on the northwest coast this year with the Thunder in the NBL 1 South competition. So the ball getting moved through sets of hands here again for Glenorchy. So they run a bit of a high set here off this play. Looking in for Carlson. Carlson one-on-one with Wiley. Kick out pass to McCarthy. Shot clock at 4. McCarthy with a
nice little
floater
floater.
and gets it to go.
He's done a few good things as well, plays some honest defence, but
Barker trying to come in. Wilson on that
that's a massive,
up and go attempt.
massive something, pushing foul, grabbing foul. I don't know what it was, but it was.
Meanwhile, Dalton Wilson at the line. I could just hear that through the headphones there. As Dalton misses the first. And he knocks down. Can't get the second to go either. Ball goes out of bounds and back to Wynyard we go. So Maynard to restart. Now Webscombe for 3. Just off on that one. Cran with the rebound. Now
Westcombe,
Westcombe, yes. Good hands by Wilson. As Crenny lost it.
And he's another little one. He's a quick little guard. He never gives up.
No.
You know, I think he's enjoying his time at Wynyard.
Certainly is. As Carlson puts up the hook, can't get that to go and hits the floor. Meanwhile, Carina got the rebound. And now Maynard splits through a couple. Wraparound pass got rejected out of here by Liam Smith. So play to restart, 1:49 to go in the third quarter.
In that instance, it'd be good to see Maynard go one-on-one, you know, and go hard to the basket rather than, as I say, he looks for others. That's a nice pass inside there, but he looks...
Wiley gets the two.
He's obviously a real team player, as I say.
So now McCarthy with a poor pass there, and then Wiley won't be able to get that one. Too much heat.
And full court man-to-man now. So
yep. Good little change up here by Wynyard. And good opportunity here in their first game, or second game here possibly, just to try to work on a few things. And then ball, Falcon, I think. There's one for the night. And then backcourt violation. Substitution. Mitchell Rowlands coming in. Michael Carina will have Bremer. So Weskin. Now to Wiley. And that is the travel. Must be moving. He's shuffling the feet. Or he's just moving that first step. I'm not...
Yeah,
we're going to. I'm asking a few experts down there below us, and I think I'm getting similar answers, Glenn.
Yeah.
Yep. As Liam Smith tries to go up, McCarthy able to save it. He draws the foul and goes to the line for one. And it's going to be on Lockie Maynard.
That all looked pretty awkward then, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Liam Smith was going to get a charge, or whether he's just, I don't know if he hurt himself or ended up, McCarthy ended up finishing it off and is at the line for one, so it's back over to a 31-30. What's happened now? What? He had his shot. He had his shot and it went in. What is going on?
I'm trying to quickly work that out. We may have to get the explanation at three-quarter time.
Maybe someone was inside the three-point line or something.
Possibly, which, again, as Barker tries to tip, Crown tries to tip, Rowland's there able to pick it up. And now Maynard with it. Now Rowland's for three. Can't get that to go.
Nice.
And then here's McCarthy. And nice weighted and well patient on that.
Nice little finish. He's finished a few baskets off pretty well.
So Maynard here, slowing this one down. Shot clock and game clock probably within 0.5 of a second here. Yeah, it's pretty much near in unison. Maynard slowing this one down for an isolation. Goes for three, in and out on that one. And that will round us out for three-quarter time. 33 is our margin, 67-34.
It's been one of those games where when you just haven't been able to bridge any gaps as much as they're trying to. They just haven't been able to stop the scoring from all different players for Glenorchy Spartans. There's been no dominant scorer for the Spartans in this game, whereas normally you get a Jack Stamix or a Liam Smith who do score a majority of their points and at quite a high clip. So, but I think Jack's been rested a bit in this game, and it's good to see the younger players step up and really do something with the minutes that they've got in what has been a very unselfish brand of basketball. with Wynyard, like, you know, that's not that they're not trying. I think, you know, there've been a few good patches there. They've gone to Carina. When they go to Carina, they look good. I just think that, you know, they're in against a team that's probably, you know, like, you know, just has that bit much more experience than what they have. But, you know, that's what Coach Rowlands is there to do. He's trying to, you know, develop this team, you know, as the next Wynyard sort of crew to, you know, to bring glory to the Wynyard Wildcats in the NWBU and statewide. So I think, you know, he just wants to instill his philosophies and experience and, you know, get the players to play some good basketball, which I'm sure they're going to do. And, you know, if they get an import or, like, you know, they may have another player or two come in that normally plays with them, or, like, you know, they're always there in finals time for NWBU and have always, you know, they've been a classy club for many, many years, and I think with Michael Rowlands as coach, he's going to make sure that continues to happen. So it's just early days at this stage. And, like, you know, it's also good for these younger kids, for the Wynyard, that are playing for Wynyard, to get experience playing against a lot of other experienced players.
Ball goes into Michael A.
Just woke up the guy on the stands who was snoring. Back to the game now, so we've got Roby, who should be knocked that down, as does.
Good shot.
Must have had his foot on the line, so it was just a 2-pointer, but there's a floater there from
Maynard. Yep, apologies, Glenn. I'm just trying to get the charging cable out because we're down to 1 bar on the battery. So just quickly working overtime here. As Rowlands works down low, puts it up, drew a foul, and it goes for Michael Rowlands. He'll go to the line for 1. That foul is going to be assessed on, looks like it's going to be on Cooper Hills. It will be. And he'll go to the line for 1. And good support from the Glenorchy supporters.
It was a good finish there for Rowlands. So he's done a few good things in this game so far. And he's caught another violation on the line.
And waved it off again.
What is going on with this line? That's like...
It's very rare to see. Put it that way.
The Michael Carina is not happy about that one because he's looking at the line. He said that's a third one that's happened.
Yep, that's 3. We've all kept count, Michael, don't you worry. Meanwhile, Roby with the 2.
Roby with 2, so, but anyway, still a 35-point game, so that's not going to make any difference to the hands out. It's got to be white ball. Ooh, lucky. Lucky. Could have been a bit of a hands foul inside too.
It could have well been. Maynard wanted a call, I think, and referees didn't see it that way.
It wasn't far from a foul, so Roby had him where he wanted to be on the sideline, but, you know, defence worked. He didn't get a foul. Ball went out, and when you got it, and Roby's got a good board there. It's Cooper Hills has got the rebound over the Heather back door over the Stamix with a bit of a clothesline to the back of the neck, accidental, so no harm intended in that foul, but got him in the neck, and Stamix is at the line for 2 shots. First shot is missed.
And knocks down the second. Yep.
Yeah,
so right to go, Glenn. So,
it's been a good rotation. You know, I don't think Brendan Stamix and Jai Smith, coaches of Glenorchy, have been too stressed. They've allowed, you know, they're just allowing the young players for Glenorchy to gain as much experience as possible. You know, playing alongside 1 or 2 of the more senior players as such.
Ball goes out of play, so Glenorchy to get it back.
And it's good to see Wynyard, you know, they're still going and giving 110% and playing man-to-man and, you know, doing whatever they can to try and bridge this gap. So
Stanwicks puts it to the floor. Now retrieves out. Goes in the Bordeaux. Tap pass wouldn't work.
Nice take from Westcombe there over to...
Bordeaux draws the foul. So play restarts here. Rowlands. Now into Wiley. Wiley into Wilson. Beautiful play for the Wynyard Wildcats. That's great basketball to see.
And that's probably their best player of the game, you know, beating a press breaker. And, you know, obviously, you know the press breaker there is it's a simple one to break if you run it properly. And, you know, their execution was perfect in that last play. So. But I think now they're really looking at, like, you know, just working on their own stuff. Oh, that's a tough shot. Fade away. Boyd Heather throws a wobbly one over to Stanwicks. Really made Stanwicks run when he probably could have thrown an easier pass to one of the other three players in the front court. But that's the way it goes. As Jordan Stanwicks is playing tight defence on Fletcher Westcombe there.
So Rowlands works his way through. Rowlands thought he got hit. Referees didn't see that
for the
way.
dunk.
Here's Roby who goes for the layup.
Come on. Some entertainment. Come on. Should reverse that one.
Meanwhile,
Run it off the backboard or something.
Of course, the views expressed by Glenn Fairfield don't represent us at the West Coast Ball Connection, nor any other company.
I've seen a dunk, have we?
I tell you what, there's a guy from Southern Wolves who dunked it about 5 times today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And he'll be playing next.
No, we only get the Southern Wolves once. Unsportsmanlike foul's been called on Wiley.
That's a tough call because he sort of fell on him.
But you would say under the criteria or...
it's one of those things where no one else was in front of him, but he didn't grab him in front of him. It's just unfortunate. I think he just fell on him.
True.
But that's the rule. The rules are the rules these days.
This one here, Glenn, number two for Southern Wolves. He solid unit, and when backing him down, he just turned, threw it down.
Really?
It was something.
He's the guy from Germany, isn't
yes.
he? Yep. Played for the national team or something, someone said.
Yes.
Over here playing football for somebody. Wow.
Yeah. And someone needs to tell Anthony Stewart to have a look at that man because he could well be some good use. That is for sure. So Roby with the rebound. Now Bordeaux into Hills. Beautiful.
Pass. Nice finish from Hills. Hills has done some really good things today as well.
He certainly has. That's for sure. Wiley now Webscombe for 3. Just long. And foul on Wilson.
Poor old Wilson, every time he goes near him, he must have 4. I'd say he'd have to have 4 fouls. And he knows every time he puts his hands in there, he fouls them.
So Hills bringing it up here, just on 6 minutes remaining in this last quarter.
This is where where there's
and Wilson there with a few fakes, and now Wiley, Rowlands, and that's a travel.
It's a massive travel.
That one we could definitely tell.
I think he's going to dunk that one. I could see a dunk coming then too. He thought about that dunk and...
Yes, now he got fair to say he got excited. His eyes lit up on that one.
And he knew too. That was the worst. He knew as soon as he...
Roby into Stanwicks for the 2.
Nice pass.
And this one has ballooned out to 40. Kind of our first major blowout for the day. substitutions. Kareem going to come back in. Del Wilson's going to have a rest. Third, I think, Glenn. Yeah, third. Hills 4-3, just off. Wiley with the rebound. Here's Rowlands. Now Webscombe.
Keep
going to
Webscombe,
Karina.
nice pass.
And then Karina with a hook, can't get that to go. And quickly up the floor, beautiful pass
Roby's
into
gotta go
Roby.
strong, nice left.
Yep, good left finish.
Good left side finish. It's the teamwork. You know, they sort of really back each other up as well.
They do.
Glenorchy, so.
Now Maynard. Downloaded Rowlands. Rowlands works his way inside, rejected by
with the
Roby. Get that
Roby
out of
with
here.
the block. Now what's going to happen here is Smith goes to Heather.
Bordeaux, Smith, Stanwick's open. Yes.
Nice teamwork again. Smith could have gone and got that 2 points, but he saw Stanwick's on the outside. I think Stanwick's has hit probably his last. He's only had hasn't had many outside shots, but he's hit probably his last 2 or 3 in a row. So good option from Smith. There's a nice play there.
Yeah, there certainly was. 2 being made there.
From Wiley.
Yes.
Sorry.
Roby for
Roby.
3. We've seen it all. We just haven't seen the dunk yet from Glenn.
That's the only thing yet, but there's still a quarter and a bit to go. So.
Now we're in the last quarter, aren't we, Glenn?
Well, I thought we were, but then you said third, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
I said fourth.
Oh, okay.
I'll review tape and I'll let you know if I was wrong.
No. I just.
And now Wiley puts up the shot and gets that to go with a bit of body English on it.
Oh, and a steal.
And good work by Wiley, staying with it. And goes to Webscombe. Now quickly up the floor here. Stanwicks to Roby on the mini alley-oop play.
That should have been a dunk. That should have been a dunk. It was all set up for a dunk.
It certainly was. The legs just getting under Phoenix Roby.
I think Roby just wanted to make sure of the 2 points.
Yes.
Nice backdoor play there.
And Wiley to finish, yes.
So Wiley's done all right. I think he's got the last 2 or 3 baskets for Wynyard.
Timeout being called, 2:43 to play.
And I believe Glenorchy have called a timeout just so then they could get a couple of subs in, get the younger brigade in. As there hasn't been any calls because it's just been a run and gun sort of.
It certainly
for the
has.
last 3 or 4 minutes, so good of Coach Stanwick's to call that timeout and give the second 5 as such a chance to get a few valuable minutes. But yeah, she's been all one way. But the good thing I like about this is Michael Rowlands is still he's still got the board out. He still wants to see his team run through certain things. And this is just early days for Wynyard. This is ready for next year. So he just wants to get things in place. And that although it's a 44-point game, we have seen a couple of good things from the Wynyard team. And I think once they gel and get to know each other a bit better, then they'll do all right. Glenorchy, as we said, have been playing together for jeepers, some of them 10 years.
Yeah.
And the juniors have been playing together. The young guys in the Glenorchy team have all sort of been playing together, if not 2 or 3 of them, for 6 or 7 years as well. So they know each other's game, and they are the best team in the south. So they're expected to do pretty well in this competition. Be right up there for the in the finals.
Yes, of course, Gala weekend happening in November. Of course, we'll certainly be up there covering it for you. As Crennan works his way through, he tries to go to reverse, can't get that to go, and then and Carlson there fouled in the end after they all try and tapped and try to go for it.
Then we've got Michael Karina. He's back in now, so hopefully we can. Not sure if he's going to get back into it. They haven't sort of got into him too much, gone to him as much as what we probably thought they would.
So Carina up high now with Webskin. Now Carina works his way through. Nice drive by Michael Carina.
Nice pass there from Fletcher at Westcombe as well. So they seem to work really well together, that duo. And he's a unit. You can't stop him. Once he goes, I think the only thing that's going to stop him is, you know, if someone can set him up for a charge or something like that. Because once he's mobile, he's off, and I wouldn't want to stand in front of him, I tell you.
No, certainly not. No. So Hills, as we count down the last 2 minutes here. Now Crennan looking for an opening, goes to Hills. Now puts up a shot. There you go.
Very good finish there. So it's good to see, as we say, the younger Glenorchy Spartans Brigade, they're really holding their own. And, you know, it just makes Brennan Stamix make it harder for it makes the starters put a bit of pressure on the starters, because if they don't perform, he knows that the young guys on the bench are doing all they can to push for minutes.
Rowlands gets the 2 to go.
Rowlands there. Barker comes in, a back door.
Lord and McCarthy for the 2.
Good teamwork again from Glenorchy Spartans.
So Rowlands down low. Over Carlson, just long of that.
Westcombe with a rebound there, so could go baseline.
He could, Glenn.
And nice drive.
Good finish.
Great finish on the left hand. So he's done a few good things today.
He certainly has, Glenn.
Westcombe probably would like him to be a bit more aggressive like he was in that play, because he can certainly, when he goes for the basket, he can finish. And he's got a nice outside shot as well, which I've seen a few times in statewide league last year as well as today. But I think that's the hardest thing for this game was, it's a 41-point game now. It was a blowout early on, so the enthusiasm, it wasn't, I guess didn't matter what Wynyard threw at Glenorchy, they just weren't able to bridge any gap after Glenorchy got up by probably 15. That was sort of pretty much it just felt like every time they tried, Glenorchy had just increased it more. So, but I'm sure that both teams have, more so probably Wynyard will take a lot more out of this. Glenorchy, they've run their 10 players, so they've got a lot of, the players have gained a lot more experience out of it. Oh, big foul there, and
hard foul by Rowlands.
it was one there where, it doesn't hurt to go and say, are you okay or sorry? When you hit them that hard like that, so I'm not sure what happened there, but that's the only time I've seen him do that, so it looks like it's uncharacteristic of...
Yeah, that and probably maybe frustration.
Yeah, and it could be as well, so, but, there's no harm. McCarthy's all right, so...
Yeah, he's a tough nut. He is. And he knocks down the second. Just under 30 seconds to go here. Of course, B-Taz and Grandy's up next here on the show court. And then we finish off with Burnie and Hobart. As Westcombe tries
a couple more games, good games left.
Yes. And Carina gets the foul.
I'd be surprised. I'd just be interested to see how many points Carina's got. I'd like to see what rebounds as well, because when he's had a crack, he's done really well.
Yeah.
And he's only. I'm not sure when the last time he played was. So he's probably getting some cobwebs out of himself as well. I'm sure if he's fit, to make a Southeast, to make an NBL team, this day and age, you've got to be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I know that when he was over in Melbourne, that the coaches that I know. Knowing both coaches of the Victorian teams, he had a lot of respect. So, but it's just a matter of getting match fit. That's probably, I think he can get a bit fitter. He's still not sure about the call.
I think Carina and Jack Woolcock will definitely have a good chat afterwards and try to see
what's going on.
Yeah, so
but he's not convinced.
No,
Anyway,
I don't think so. But anyway, look, the game ended up being a 42-point win to Glenorchy in the end, 96 to 54 is our scoreline here. And yeah, Glenn, I think you were trying to wrap it up there with your closing.
I was trying to, but they still have.
There's still.
But I don't mind
yeah.
if he's asking a question. He needs to know because
that's right.
But you know, I think at the end of the day, it was a teamwork of Glenorchy that they just outplayed Wynyard, and hopefully, you know, Wynyard will, as I said, Wynyard will learn from that, and you know, as their pre-season's going to be, you know, they're going to have a big pre-season coming up, and they're only going to get better as you know, ready for next NWBU season. So they're not looking into it too much. I'm not. I doubt, but anyway, just hope that the Karina can understand the referee terminology, or so then he can move forward and just play basketball next year. Or next weekend or next game.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I do hear he's a lovely, you know, he's a great fella. So,
yeah, he's a good guy from what I know.
And he's a big unit, and mate, he can be a dominant force. And I think he did well in the NWB, in the Northwest Sunder thing as well. So, you know, like he with Northwest Sunder. So, like, you know, it's just, you know, we want to get players like him as fit as possible and get him on. I keep looking at these two when they're arguing, and I'm just trying to work out how to. But
and Michael, I was trying to ask you something. I think we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up there, Glenn.
Anyway, the game's over and done with. It's a 50-point game.
96-54 is our scoreline here on behalf of Glenn Fairfield. I'm Ron Riggs. We'll catch you on the next game.